This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
Can't make it local stories, no, brain. Now, before that, Naro,
General.
and the questions be about for who and our own guy.
Question bear.
A branch I know can say who can answer Nico to go 87th birthday.
That's right.
But okay, say one can be for negatives.
Yeah.
But still, we mention inconsistencies be. Then conversation can the positives be as well. Okay, so
Make answer.
Mickey, I relate to Gray.
You see, first of all, Mr. Branton, he failed to draw the line between my submissions and me. Me will shake out a birthday, and I'm a kind of has will be a follower of this platform. Be on the birthday, will be dinner with my dreams there. And yes, I bring the canon and to be brave. Inti Ubabona Basso, no action and cry, and watch the name I always expect is will be to my and it's animal. So I looked at that. Me really, and I'm a very reactive too. Nana am ponsa interview koye wo dental show no so. Ehona me my dreams there. Ninsem no kind fine okay, but there were two issues which I disagreed with him because me who ne dwumadi a wodim. The first one was about about youth development. Say Ghana ne si investi with the youth from anya ni senke through England. Eko ka kire Hasanodoy and it take muso mebobo mai until be here say you be developing in the youth. Then the second one was the fact that on the management omo ayen hihye no mo yen hihye ama abedu level say omo no be from consultants. Now for consultants so omo yema continuity eye adwuma. And I also felt say I ne dwuma wodi no minhu continuity. In fact, I mentioned I think about 3 areas which I think say continuity in you into say ojesani many didia on my young. First, I felt that in terms of infrastructural development, Okwa now believe in continuity. And Yananka the next first nurse kotokoy and say, Sadina Dr. KK Sapon, yesi onomno, Sikaka Krebi anankumenya biano. People who believe in continuity will continue with that facility. No more developing it to level on me and now much marry and Sunday be omudo munsako can be before. But to leave that one and start that containers in a structure no, as a temporary structure, first of all, me, I've never believed in that temporary structure because me jidi say what daya say be year 2 now open temua, then you go and build temporary structures. Bakotoko secretariat na wo honom no sabe ohin de ache won entinya de se won e2 kotoko na omo benya ho prepare se omo koye temporary structures. So first of all, I disagree with the policy of the containers thing. But at the end of the day, if you believe in continuity, then I expected say as a visionary leader of the club, in case says you cannot go into completing that one, then you start a new one. We are no free. I mentioned continuity say ushe the technical team, the technical area. I also don't see continuity there because per the current management that I am concerned every single season almost is a coach. So I don't see continuity there. Then the playing body, I don't also see continuity there. In 2 seasons, if you do 29 signings, then clearly continuity no okano mean who ni jumedi. And make youth no the so say if you believe in youth development, now a 3rd season. So I think that in your 3rd season, se to me youth team for Asante Kotokwa, ebe me dense megia tumze you believe in youth development. At least you inherited a team that has signed contract with 2 youth team coaches. Must scout a short list of 27 players to form the nucleus of the team. Some way, somehow, that project has been disbanded. But I know it, say in case baby, I'm at the point in time was Omdi Gazali, Echo Sadanton. By man, no Gazali by interviews there. Say don't approve budget and everything. They are going to start the youth team. But as we speak, Gazali has now been reassigned to the senior team. So for me, from where I said, I don't see youth development policy. And this is the final year per the current contract. It may be renewed by the board of directors. But as it stands now, your mandate na kind of final year. It said this year, man to me a new youth team now. As the trainer say, for entire of the 3 years obedi okotokono when team establish a youth team. So if you say you believe in youth development, I want to see in your actions, not only in your words. And now me carry na branch and say, enti min near my pa why na aden men kan near my pa be numa why isn't it?
Yeah.
That's right. First of all, Mamima Abrantian in tears say a interview and an a born with tape issue and na may react to. But if I was not doing an assessment. But if he wants me to assess, I can easily do that. And since he's only interested in the positives, I can easily do that. First of all, one thing I think Senana Ponsaya ye a pre-season or didn't need to coin. Dubai Omokoye why? Sudan Omokoye, forget about the results. And ya common where Ghana be bracisi dear by entire see a crew man season we are team be two coin no makotna bruchi. No matter the motivation of the players in alone, you won't believe it. We are no free on my coaches, any time to monitor the players. They are all in the same area, a building team bonding and all that. So for me, if you go to Dubai and go to Sudan, they've done very well. Wherever they got even the money from, some of us don't know. So it's one thing I think they've done and done it very well. If you travel outside consistently for 2 seasons continuously, it's not something we can underrate. We are no free honoma. We share how our also what keeping the management together. Yeah, witness a situation where Kotoko management and then now we cannot somewhere we cannot. You see a well-defined management. So be even a displeasure. After all, they are human beings coming from different backgrounds. They are being a displeasure. But hardly would you see David and I said that Subriana Omo no money no Oma reserve from baby atra. PJ and then I think one accounts guy and those things they've left now. Denta Nanaya Amponsa Newton Dasubri and David Obinyako. You see a solid team working together towards a common purpose, and I think that is one thing he's done and done it well. And I even think that they've also managed their information very well currently. We here no say free honoma. The media landscape is very broad. And I said the media space in a very broad. I think they've taken an aspect of the media space and have mastered that area. That is the social media. We look at the media space now. You talk about radio, you talk about television, you talk about flyers, you talk about several of them. But I think Kotoko has decided to go with the social media. In fact, their website and then the big crowd can newspaper and those things, but the social media they've specialized, especially Twitter and Facebook. And I think it's also another area you commend them how they've used it. Their graphics have been super. And David, I think he's been marvelous in that area. I think they can improve, especially with respect to their relationship with the other media, the traditional media. I think they can improve. Very, very important. Right? Sudan Kotoko. Their PR has always been limited to only the social media. Ideally, they could have even gone with some reporters who could be on the traditional radio and TV stations and be given some bits and pieces of and that. If they can improve in that area, I think it will be good. Do I add more?
Okay. Okay. Because the background, so one can over
I was not doing an assessment.
On the car, I say all kind or one some kind. That's all. They say the pros and cons, negatives and positives, advantages and disadvantages, pluses and minuses, they can be. Okay. So please read.